weren't updated.
Oh, okay.
So I just said, you know what?
Actually headed right. So Maai won the toss and they had elected to receive, and Palmview will be kicking towards the scoreboard, which is the north end of end zone. So let me have you guys shift over that way, and let me have you guys move over that way so I can let everybody know. Line up. There you go. There you go. Line up. Shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder. That's good. Shoulder to shoulder. Maai has won the toss and will receive on the north end of the field. Go ahead and shake hands, gentlemen.
We're here at DQ Fan Field. You see the coin toss right there between Maai and La Jolla Palmview. We're just moments away from kicking things off here at DQ Fan Field. I'm Mark May along with Mario Reyna. And Mario, how do you see the keys turning out here tonight for this game?
You know, like a lot of other games, Mark, it's the line of scrimmage. Who's going to control the line of scrimmage? And then who's going to make the big plays? Both teams have some good players that can make big plays, and at the end of the day, when they get to the fourth quarter, especially if it's a tight game, who's going to dominate that fourth quarter?
All right, we saw a moment ago, Maai won the coin toss. They will be receiving. Earlier this week, we talked to defensive back Will Hawk. He's a junior DB for the Maai Bulldogs, and he is the subject of this week's player profile.
My name is Will Hawk. I'm a corner and safety for McAllen ISD.
The fumble on the play, and the Maai Bulldogs have it, and it's going to be the junior Will Hawk.
The role is defend the pass, don't let up any big plays, and when you see the run, fit the gaps and make a play. This year, we definitely want to make it farther in the playoffs than we did last year. Last year, we had a good run, but I think our team's a lot more complete this year, so we can make a good run in the playoffs. I think our team's really coming together. There's a lot of weaknesses, but I think that other people's strengths really cover our weaknesses, and we gel together as a team. My favorite play is definitely all the corner and safety blitzes, where I really get into the mix in the backfield to make a play. I want to study kinesiology at A&M.
All right, Will Hawk, one of top ball hawks, if you will, on that defense for Maai, which has helped propel them into the playoff picture this year, the 2-2. Earlier in the game, we were looking at, or before we got started, we were looking at players to watch. Mateo Garcia, certainly one of those. He's number 7 right there, the quarterback for the Lobos. Their top playmaker and passer. And then for the purple and gold, how about receiver Nick Karam? Has been their leading receiver this year. He's on the varsity last year and has made some big plays this season and could be making some big plays here tonight. So we'll take a look at the starters now for the Maai Bulldogs. Beautiful moon out there tonight. See kind of a half of a moon right there. So we take a look at Joaquin Valdez will be quarterback. Jaden Hedetta in the backfield. Wide receivers are Jones, Finn Henderson getting his first home start. Nick Karam, Tristan Keith are the mainstays. Offensive line, no changes there. Noe Elizondo, Heriberto Valderas, Jackson Quintanilla at the center, then Maddox Braxton and Arian Villarreal. Looking at the defense, they got a 4-man defensive front. Nick Moss and Diego Beretta are the experienced ones at the seniors, and then a couple of sophomores getting their starts here, Cash Frisbee and Angel Vega. Linebackers, Oliver Schwartz and Hudson Hood. Hudson Hood has normally played defensive end. He'll be playing linebacker tonight. Then 5 defensive backs, and Nathan Rocha, we mentioned Hawk, Damon Lopez, Andres Beretta, and Aiden Sanchez. And you can see just about ready to play some football here in the city of Palms. District 15 5A Division I matchup. And we'll take a look at the standings here. You can see PSJA North at the top with a 4-0 district record. Overall, they're undefeated, 7-0. Edinburgh Vela was a winner last night, so they've improved to 4-1, just a half game behind the Raiders. Then Memorial at 3-1, Mackay at 2-2, as are Rio Grande City and Nicky Rowe. Palmview still looking for their first district win, and Juarez Lincoln, losing last night to Vela, fell to 0-5 in the district race. Top 4 teams advance to the playoffs, so you can see Mackay needing a win starting tonight with in a 3-way tie, Mario. They definitely need a win here tonight to stay in that playoff picture.
Absolutely. They cannot afford a hiccup here because it makes it very difficult for them to get back into the playoff picture. And I do believe those two other teams, 2-2, Rio Grande City, I think,
and Nicky Rowe.
Nicky Rowe today. So the winner of that game will still be in the hunt for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's right. Rowe is at Rio Grande City tonight, so one of those teams will be 3-2. The other will slip to 2-3. And then next week it'll be Nicky Rowe taking on Mackay. It'll be the homecoming for the Nicky Rowe Warriors next week. All that's well into the future, but it's time now to put the Mackay Bulldogs at center stage.
Let's push the ball, y'all winning. Raise your hand if you with me. Let's put in work and get busy, yeah. And you know the vibe, we was on the way, now we on the rise. Ain't no time to wait when we change the pace. Break out of the gate, let me raise the stakes,
And we're back. We're recognizing the Veteran of the Week. Here's the JROTC Color Guard. 5-person color guard, and there's our Veteran of the Week, Mr. Sergio Bazan. Served in the U.S. Marine Corps, was a corporal, and earned the Expert Rifle Badge, the Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal, the Sea Service Deployment with 2 stars, Global War on Terrorism Medal, National Defense Medal, the Afghanistan Campaign Medal with 1 star, and Combat Action Ribbon, along with an Iraq Campaign Medal with 1 star. So we certainly appreciate him, and we salute him. He's now a teacher, and he's on the field with his daughter, Erilyn Bazan, who's also in the Mackay band, and his son, Sergio Bazan Jr. And there we see our color guard. We have Derek Toscano, and Rolando Lara are the left and right guards. Carrying the U.S. flag is Dylan Garza. The Texas flag carrier is Lillian Flowers, and the Bulldog Battalion flag carried by Antoine Nomog. We're ready for the national anthem right now. You can see no wind tonight at all. And from the Mackay Choir, UIL State Solo Medalist and Palm Award winner for Featured Performer and a 4-year member of the Mackay Choir, here is Claire Connect.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting
Great job by Claire Connect, senior at McAllen High School under the direction of Mr. Walter Shira. Does an excellent job with all those choir students. And we can see she's also pretty versatile as she won a Palm Award winner last year in theater. Let's go take a look at the weather for tonight, and it's looking pretty good. Of course, we saw there's basically no wind out there this evening. And it's 89 degrees here just before kickoff. Winds out of the southeast at about 5 miles per hour. It means the wind will be moving from right to left as you look at the screen. No chance of rain. And an excellent night for football here. Mackay Bulldogs coming in at 2-2 in district play. They're 4-2 overall under Coach Patrick Shelby. And here they come, the purple and gold. You can see the steppers there flanking them. Now here come the Lobos. The Lobos 2-4 overall. I like their colors, that black, white, and red.
Yeah, and their cheerleaders are still wearing pink.
Yeah, a lot of pink out there. It is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And it's a big cause that McAllen ISD and many other high schools have adopted over the last 15 years or so. There we see the head coach of the Lobos in his 10th year, Coach Margarito Riquenes. Nice gentleman. Got to talk to him briefly just before the game.
Yeah, real nice guy. And of course, we know that Coach Shelby is as nice as they get.
Yeah, Coach Patrick Shelby in his 5th year as head coach of the Bulldogs. Took him to the 3rd round last year as the team got hot at the right time. They had to win their last couple of games to get in, and they got into the postseason and then took full advantage of that opportunity. And there's our officiating crew.
Wow, look at them. They're ready to throw flags, led by referee Jonathan Ocañas. And you're looking at Cárdenas de la Garza Garcia Jr., Matthew Ocaña, maybe a relationship there, Victor Trevino, and Leonel Salinas Jr. round out this 7-person crew.
Yeah, and earlier before the game, they recognized the officials for the work that they do. Because when you think about it, you couldn't have events like this without officials.
Yeah,
and there we see the 2 records.
Special event that sponsored, where it's called Texas Appreciation Week. And they're trying to show appreciation to officials so that they continue to officiate.
And so here the Lobos kicking off. We mentioned Mackay had won the toss, would receive. This is high and short, and it's a muff ball. Comes loose and falling on it at about the 28-yard line. That is Nathan Rocha for the Bulldogs. And that's where the Bulldogs were set up in good field position at the 28.
Sometimes that happens early because both teams know how important this game is, especially for Mackay. And they were the ones tonight playing a little nervous.
Bulldogs offense has been pretty potent this season. Got Valdez in there at quarterback in the shotgun. And this is going to be a run on the first play from scrimmage. Valdez on the keeper gets about a yard.
Pretty much all season long, the Mackay Bulldog offense has been kind of balanced. Of course, they prefer to run the ball, but they're very capable of passing, especially to cut out.
And here on 2nd down and 9, they run this to the left side. It's Jaden Hedetta with his first carry. Team's leading rusher gets up to about the 35. It'll bring up 3rd down and short.
We're used to Jaden Hedetta's not a big kid, but boy, he has a big heart. He runs very hard every time he has an opportunity.
And a quick count here. They're going to give this to Hedetta. Left side, not going to get there. Got to about the line of scrimmage before the Lobos force him back, but there is a flag down. And well, I think we've got an officials timeout. They may have picked up the flag, but there is an officials timeout with 10:56 to go here in quarter number 1. And Bulldogs facing a 4th and less than a yard. So I think Bulldogs have kind of a free timeout there, a chance to talk it over a little bit, but I think they're going to send out their punting unit.
Well, that's a big stop for the Palmview defense, Mark. They didn't come in here with big stats on the defensive side, but that's a quick, big stop. They're going for it, Mark.
Oh, yeah, Bulldogs might go for this. Valdez. And there's a flag down right at the start. And this will cost the Bulldogs 5 yards.
Maybe that's all they wanted, Mark. They were trying to get the defense to bite, and they did.
Oh, you're right.
Give Coach Shelby a big check mark on that, trying that. And we see that also in college football and in the pros. And what a big play to get a first down on a penalty.
Yeah, I thought the Bulldogs had actually moved, but you're right, it was the Lobos, and a 5-yard penalty gives the Bulldogs a first down. And here they are on 1st and 10. Here's a pass rush coming in on Valdez. Has to run for his life now. He's going to pick up a few yards there, bring up 2nd down.
And we're used to Valdez doing this, Mark. He was back there, and the first big play on Valdez's side was, if you take a look at the replay, he avoided the tackler right there. So he avoided like an 8 or 9 yard loss.
So the Bulldogs on 2nd and 4, going to throw for the first time. This is caught just inside Lobo's territory, and that's going to be enough for a first down as they're at the Lobo 47-yard line. Catch by Finn Henderson.
And that's the strength of Valdez. He likes to throw the balls when he rolls out and does a good job.
And here's another quick pass, flanker screen. This is going to get the ball to the outside the 40 to about the 42-yard line in Lobo territory.
How about that pass, Mark? Side arm.
They got 5 more there.
And that's a Bulldog offense. They're mixing it up on throws and running.
That second catch was by Diego de Saavedra. So the Bulldogs with a 2nd and 5 now, 9.5 to play in the first quarter. It's the opening drive. Here's Jaden Hedetta across the 40 to about the 38-yard line, maybe the 37. And he's going to be just about a half-yard shy of the first down.
And that was a pretty nice blocking on the left side of the offensive line for the Bulldogs, giving Jade, before he got touched, he already had 4 yards.
Handoff, and Hedetta hit in the backfield and forced back. Great defensive play there by Ruben Garcia, the junior linebacker, who made the initial contact and then held on for dear life till he had some help. And it's going to be a loss of yards, loss of 3 actually, bring up 4th down.
And it looks like there was somebody missed some blocks and a good blitz called in there by the defensive coordinator by the Lobos. They're going for it, Mark.
Osbel Flores also coming in there, and now we have some movement. And this time the penalty will be on the Bulldogs.
And that makes it harder. You know, when you're at 4th and 4, you still can run the ball. But now pretty much at 4th and 9, look for a, I don't think they're going to go for it, Mark. What do you think? It looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for the punt and try to pin the Lobos back deep.
Yeah, they're bringing on the punting unit. Max Alvarez is in there at the punting spot, his own 41-yard line. Lobos have nobody back. He's going to pop this inside the 20. Takes a little bit of a Bulldog bounce. Will be killed inside the 20. by Nathan Rocha. And the Bulldogs will be on defense for the first time, and we'll see the Lobo offense come out.
Well, you know, that penalty on the defensive side for the Lobos, it definitely cost them at least 30 yards of field position. I think if the Bulldogs would have punted, I don't think they would have gotten the ball to the 17-yard line. So that penalty was hurtful. How about them Astros, Mark? I hear they won 5-4 on a big comeback on a 3-run homer by, who else? The little guy, Jose Altuve.
Yeah. So they lead 3-2 in that series, just one game away from clinching the American League pennant. Here on 1st and 10, toss left. Mateo Garcia, the quarterback, will toss this to the right, and a big run there by his running back, Jose Guerra. Guerra gets a first down on his first carry.
You know, anytime you can get your running back outside the hash mark, around the defensive end, it's usually good news, and that's what happened.
So a 12-yard run there by Guerra. 1st and 10 at the Lobo 29-yard line. Bulldogs crowd the line of scrimmage. Ball comes loose on the snap. And officials signaling that the Lobos got it back.
That play did not look good. There was a problem, I do believe, with the exchange. And the young man, Oliver Shorts, almost ended up with the ball.
So loss of 2 yards, 2nd down and 12 now for Palmview. Gonna hand this off. This is Guerra, has some room into the secondary, 1st down, and across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. And that's a big 16-yard run there.
And it would look pretty easy for Guerra because of the blocking on the right side. Nobody touched him until he had already gained 10 yards, and the Bulldogs, number 11, Andres Barrera, who usually does a good job on defense, will call his name a lot in on the tackle.
Actually going to call it a 15-yard run. They'll put him at the 42. So 1st and 10. They'll give to Guerra, this time coming to the left side. Not as much going there. I think Hood was the first person to make contact. And they'll hold him to a gain of 2.
Linebacker Hudson Hood doing what he's done all year long, maintaining his position.
Clock is running, 6:15 to play in the first quarter. Lobos have picked up a couple of first downs. Facing a 2nd and 8 right now. Quick count there, little bubble in the snap, and now Garcia's in trouble. And it's going to be wrapped up by a couple of Bulldogs. Hit first by Cash Frisbee, and then put away by Diego Beretta.
I don't know what's going on with quarterback Garcia. He might be a little bit in a hurry, and he almost fumbled the ball on that play. 3rd and 8, we know the Lobos, they don't like to throw a lot, but sometimes when they do, they have been successful, but not as often as they want to.
Yeah, loss of 2, so 3rd down and long, 3-man defensive front. Ball, I think, never did find the ball, but they handed it off, and it's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. That was Garcia, the quarterback, who kept it.
So the Bulldog defense comes up with a stop. Does appear like Coach McKinnis is going to punt. It makes sense. You don't want to go for it on your 45-yard line.
Yeah, Garcia picked up 3. So 4th and 7, they bring on the punting unit. We see back there to receive the punt for the Bulldogs is Andres Beretta, standing about his own 20-yard line.
The Lobos need to hurry up. There's only like 6 seconds on the play clock where they get it off in time and avoid a 5-yard penalty. And what happens is that Lobos took a timeout to avoid a 5-yard penalty.
All right, there's a timeout called by the Lobos to avoid that delay penalty. And with our score, 0-0 here mid-first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
There we see Coach Patrick Shelby on the Bulldogs sideline. No score as yet. Mackay forced to punt on their first possession, and looks like the Lobos will punt as well. They face a 4th and 7. There's the punt there by Abram Garcia. Doesn't look like the Bulldogs will get a return here as it takes a Lobo bounce down inside the 20 and will be killed at the 17-yard line.
Boy, Garcia has a good leg. I mean, from here, Mark, I usually don't see punts that go above at the highest point of the stadium, but that ball went above the highest point of the stadium. It's a good thing the coach is talking there to the punter. I think he tried to get the ball at the last moment, and you could cost a fumble.
Yeah, Bulldogs will have it. 1st and 10, their own 17. 4:13 to go in the first quarter. There's going to be a quick pass again. There's going to be a flag down here at the end of the play. I think that's Karam with his first catch up to about the 19-yard line, a gain of 2. But we'll see what the flag is
Holding.
about.
Offense, number 6. Half the distance to the goal. Replay. First down.
And that's not the penalty you want to start off a possession deep in your own territory. Because how many times, I don't know the percentage of times, unless you're the far north Raiders with that offense they have, how many times do you get a first down after a 10-yard penalty? Not often.
So this will move it back to the 9. Still first down here for the Bulldogs. 4 down lineman for Palmview. So they hand this off. They have an end around. So they gave the ball to Finn Henderson, the receiver. And he gets up to about the 15-yard line with a gain of 7.
Garcia hit on the tackle. That didn't look like it was going to get much. But Henderson did a good job of finding some openings where it didn't look like there was any openings.
And a 2nd down and 11 now for the Bulldogs. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. There's going to be play action. Valdez wants to throw. It's tipped up in the air and goes incomplete. Might have been lucky there that wasn't picked off as he threw into a crowd.
Say, Mark. He was lucky it wasn't picked off. When he goes back and looks at this replay, he probably will say, I should have thrown it out of bounds, Mark. It does hit a Lobo. Right here, you can see the Lobo kid got to it right in front of Karam.
Yeah, he's trying to get it to Karam. So 3rd down and 11 here for the Bulldogs. Backed up in their own end. Valdez throwing long. Man is open. Incomplete. A flag goes down. That was intended for Tristan Keith. Keith looked to be wide open, but unable to catch up to that. We'll see what the flag is about.
Holding. Defense, number 23. 10 yards. Automatic. First down.
Of course, the La Jolla Palmview coaches don't like that penalty, but it looked like there was contact downfield. I don't know if we'll be able to see it on the replay, but boy, that it was only about a yard, slightly overthrown. The contact had already happened. And anytime you have a contact with a receiver, it's a penalty, and then you lose that stride, and that's probably why it was overthrown by Valdez.
Yeah, so that penalty gives the Bulldogs a first down. They have new life here at the 26-yard line. Valdez handing this off. Herrera sidesteps one would-be tackler, gets across the 30 up to the 32. A gain of 7 on the play.
And Jaden Herrera showing us another part of his offense. I mean, he went over someone, tipping-toed over someone, and avoided the tackle.
There's an official's timeout at the moment with 2:43 to go in quarter number 1. We're going to do a live cut-in right now over at PSJA School District, where the PSJA North Raiders are hosting the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. You can see the score, 7-0 Raiders at the moment. Mustangs have the ball, first quarter. Mustangs wearing the traveling white uniforms with the blue helmets. Raiders in all black.
If the Mustangs want to stay in that game, Mark, it's all about how many first downs they can get.
Yeah, they'll definitely need to control that football if they're going to keep the score down, as that Raiders team has scored in the 50s, I think, each of the last 2 weeks. And 4 times this season they've done it out of 7 games. So back to our game is a quick pass over to the left side of the formation. That's Tristan Keith with his first catch and picks up a first down for the Bulldogs.
That's a nice, safe route. Easy yards. Short pass, good route.
8-yard pickup.
And Valdez puts it where he needed to.
So on 1st and 10, going to throw this. This is caught by Karam. And Karam up to about the 46-yard line, a gain of 6 on the play. The Bulldogs finding their mojo here now, late first quarter.
It looks like the defenders, the safeties, and the defensive backs are giving up those easy yards.
See several players in on the tackle, including Victor Garcia. Now Valdez wants to throw long. Forced to scramble, is going to keep it now and go out of bounds. It'll technically be a sack. So he loses a yard. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
You know, that didn't get anything. Actually lost a yard, like you said, Mark. But it's a smart play because he didn't turn the ball over. He did not force something that was not there. Good protection. Trying to make something happen, go out of bounds, and he also avoided getting hit.
Chased out of bounds by Abram Garcia. And what a block we saw in the background there by a big 78 Arian Vidal. That at least kept Valdez alive for a few seconds more so he could scramble out of bounds safely. Officials have stopped the clock for a moment at minute 48 here in the first. And now they signal back to action. This is 3rd down here for the Bulldogs. Quick pass is caught by Karam. Needs to scramble to get the first. Stretches at midfield. I think he's going to be about a yard short. And it'll be decision time here for Coach Shelby.
I think he'll go for it, Mark, but a good job by Karam. I was hoping that he could pick up a block. He really did get that block. And he actually gained those 4 or 5 extra yards. So it's a 4th and 1.
They got up to the 50-yard line, and here they're going to hand this off straight ahead. First down and more into Lobos territory. And that's the running back, Herrera, all the way to the 41-yard line. Correction, that's the quarterback, Valdez, keeping it for himself. But the same result as he makes a 9-yard burst.
What a plus when you have a quarterback that can actually run.
Now they want to throw deep, and this is caught down to 25, breaks a tackle down to the 18-yard line. And that's Keith with the big catch. And the Bulldogs, it's a big play here, 23 yards on this pickup.
And the Bulldogs are in a hurry-up offense. They want to catch that Lobo defense, not ready.
There's Jaden Herrera.
On the last play to Keith, it looked like somebody lost Keith. He was wide open. But I got to give credit to number 8, Marcos Lopez, the linebacker. He hustled his way down to make a tackle on that previous play on Keith.
No gain there. Now we've got another officials timeout with 31 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll take a break. No score yet, but the Bulldogs are knocking on the door. We'll be back with more in a moment. This is Football Night in McAllen ISD. And we're back here on Football Night, McAllen ISD. Mark Maai with Mario Reyna and our award-winning MITV broadcast crew. Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. They're at the Lobos' 18-yard line after a 23-yard completion. A couple of plays back to Tristan Keith. And they ran for no gain. Let's see what they do here. Valdez wants to throw, plenty of time, throwing toward the end zone. It is incomplete. Was trying to get to Keith. It's closely covered on the play by Anthony Hernandez. And they'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Give credit to Hernandez doing a good job of staying with Keith. He was right there.
And Keith very nearly came down with it despite being covered like a blanket.
Now, usually in those plays, I think the NFL will throw a penalty because the defender was not looking at the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of like screening the offensive receiver, which was Keith.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10. 3 receivers to the wide side. Now they'll send a man in motion. That's De Saavedra. Valdez rolling out, going to throw into the end zone. It's caught by De Saavedra, but I believe out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. He was open over there on that right side.
He was open, Mark. He just, the ball just was thrown out. There's nothing he could do.
Just
ran out of land.
Yeah, ran out of real estate over here. So they'll try the field goal now. They're going to spot the ball at the 25, so it'll be a 35-yard attempt. Ball's going to be on the left hash mark. So I have to push this a bit. Kick is up and blocked. And here it's picked up and trying to run it. Won't get anywhere near the first down. As picking up trying to run was McCoy Woltolf. We'll take another look and see what happened.
I think it was a fake or something happened right there. No, he dropped the ball and there was nothing he could do.
Yeah, I think a mishandled, either a great fake or a mishandled placement. They tried to run it and come up short, and it'll be a first down for the Lobos.
And we'll see if that's going to come back to haunt or hurt the Bulldogs down the road here.
So Lobos at their 16. There's the horn to sound the end of the quarter. They got this ball snapped in time. It's going to be bottled up near the line of scrimmage. First carry of the game there for 27, Kyle Pazan. And we've reached the end of quarter number 1. Our score, 0-0. We'll go to the Smile Cam now here at DQ Fan Field.
Right there from McAllen Elementary. And here's some other future cheerleaders from Perez Elementary. Boy, they look at all those they brought to the house here, Mark.
Ready to start the second quarter. Second down and 9 here for the Lobos. Going to pass this off to the left side. It's caught. Going to pick up the first down on the run there. Nice little catch and sprint by Jorge Sanchez.
That was a pretty good stop in the open field by Nathan Rocha.
Picked up 12 yards. That's the first time the Lobos have passed the ball this evening. He goes for 12 yards. Garcia under center. Going to hand this off. This is Bazan. Crosses the 35 up to about the 37. A good gain there to bring up second down.
And in on the tackle was Will Hawk, number 7, and Andres Barrera. There's Will Hawk. Nice little video on him.
Mm-hmm. So 2nd down and 2 now for Palmview as we see another look at that. Here's Bazan again, this time left side. Has the 1st down and more. Crosses the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Another, this time a 9-yard gain.
And we talked about the keys to the game at the beginning. And we said the line of scrimmage, Mark, and sometimes on a lot of plays here, that big offensive line for the Lobos, they're controlling the line of scrimmage.
Great block by Irving Sepulveda, junior offensive lineman, to spark Bazan for that 9-yard pickup. Another quick count here for Garcia and company. Going to hand this off. Bazan going right side this time. Wrapped up and brought down by the linebacker, Oliver Schwartz.
Oliver Schwartz doing a good job of coming up quickly to fill in that gap. Right there. With an assist again was Will Hawk.
Second down and 8. Here's Bazan. Crosses the 50 into Bulldog territory as the whole pile falls forward to about the Bulldog 47 and a gain of 5 on the play.
Bazan's a strong runner. He comes in with, he gets his speed going pretty quick and he keeps on going. He got hit, he just kept going for an extra 2 to 3 yards.
Yeah, Schwartz with the initial hit to help bring him down. Also in there was Aiden Sanchez. We see Schwartz right there. Pretty tall player. 3rd down and 3. And here's a big hole here. And a 1st down for the Lobos. That's first carry of the game for Angel Chapa. Well, they've got a bevy of excellent running backs here, this Palmview team.
We're going back to Schwartz on that isolation, but that was a nice little misdirection. It looked like the ball was going to be run to the right, and all of a sudden a handoff to the left side. Another 1st down for those Lobos.
Yeah, 3rd down conversion as well. Here they go with an eye backfield, toss right. A short run there. And I bring up 2nd down. That was Bazan. Yeah, Bazan with the carry.
And tonight, I know I was talking to defensive coordinator Ernie Alonso, and he was telling me that his defense hasn't been consistent. He was hoping that tonight they show up. Where are these kids from, Mark? Those Terriers from Travis Middle School.
Yeah, these are future Bulldogs here, watching from the end zone. Also got the Stallions from Morris Middle School. They're excited. And now on a 2nd down and 7, here's a handoff for the Lobos. That's Chapa this time. And goes to about the 32-yard line, a gain of 5 on the play.
And that looks like the other play where it looks like it's going to be run to the right side, and all of a sudden the handoff goes to the left side. Check it out. See right there? Good open field tackle by number 11. Andres Barrera again. 3rd and 2. Expect a big, easy run right here. Power running up the middle, baby.
Run's been very successful. They've got Chapa and Bazan in the backfield as Bazan gets the carry.
Look at Bazan's
Look at him just turn those legs all the way to about the 26, and it'll be a 1st down once more for the Lobos.
This
Gain of
kid
6.
was not, I don't remember him the last time they played here, Mark, but he's a good-looking running back.
They've got an officials timeout now with 7:41 to play here in the 1st half. The Lobos on the move is a drive that started after the Bulldogs were lined up to attempt a field goal, ended up running the ball and turning it over on downs. The drive started at the Lobo 16-yard line, is now all the way to the Bulldog 26. The 1st and 10. Other games in action tonight, of course, Cal Memorial we saw is at PSJA North. And then we've got Nicky Rowe is at Rio Grande City in a game played last night. Edinburgh Vela defeated La Jolla Juarez Lincoln. Another look at that game in FAR. PSJ North Raiders now lead 14-0 and continuing their impressive shutout streak as well. The Raiders, I think, have shut out every team they faced in district so far, their first 4 opponents, and so far have held Memorial scoreless early in the second quarter. So back to this game here. 1st and 10 for the Lobos at the Bulldog 26. And ball comes loose. Might have been a broken play there, but the Bulldogs got through there and smashed things up quickly. Who was that on the tackle there, Mario?
I don't get to see him, but man, that was a lucky bounce.
Yeah, Eddie Balderas, I think. See, Balderas just sliced his way through there.
Number 55 mark on that big tackle. That's Eddie Balderas, a senior. He goes both ways sometimes, offensive tackle and defensive end.
So a loss of 5. It's 2nd down and 15 now at the 31-yard line. Garcia's going to be wrapped up again and hauled down. That's going to be Schwartz there on the tackle.
And remember, Mark, Schwartz is just a sophomore. He's excited, and he should be excited.
He's able to slice his way in between the blockers before they could get anywhere. Garcia did a pump fake, and
he wasn't ready. I mean, unfortunately, the way he was holding the ball, he didn't want to fumble, and he took a hard hit. Hope he's okay.
All right, we've got an officials timeout. We'll take a break. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD. No score here at DQ.
Hey, ready. Say go. Hey, where's he at?
Not here today, man.
Attendance today, success tomorrow. Attendance matters.
District 15 5A Division I matchup between Palmview and Maai. I saw a moment ago on attendance matters short. The Bulldog JV was kind enough to help us out with that one earlier this week, Mario.
That was nice. I really liked it.
It shows the value of kids being at school. You know, if you're not at school, you can't learn. You can't be involved in a lot of fun things like the cheerleading, athletics, fine arts, and so on.
And Mark, I can say that attendance matters too for officials. That sometimes when our officials don't go to our meetings, they don't hear the rules, and then they go to games and they blow the call, and then they call me and then I tell them, hey, you would have been at a meeting, you would have known the rule.
Yep.
So it matters everywhere.
A lot of cheerleaders from the elementary schools here tonight. Yeah, they got the Mustangs. I think the Rayburn Rockets are here, the Pettis Pioneers. Lots of little girls, future Bulldog cheerleaders out there and other Bulldog athletes.
There's a bunch of them right there in the track, Mark.
3rd down and 21 now here for the Lobos. They've had back-to-back losses, and here they're going to go with a little razzle-dazzle, but they lose the football, and the defense has it, running it back, and not going to catch him. It's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Nick Moss takes it the distance, and the Bulldogs are on the board with a defensive score.
And you know, those are big risky plays, Mark, that if they work, you look good as a coach for calling it, but when it doesn't work, people are saying, what in the world was that call? And you know what? Moss not only got possession and recovered the fumble, but he also broke a tackle. Once he had the ball, he looked like a running back.
Yeah, he could find some time on the offense. That impressive run. So he gets to wear the bling right now for making the big defensive play, especially a turnover. 6-0 Bulldogs. Extra point try is up and good by Cash Cáceres. And the Bulldogs now lead it 7-0 with 6:05 to play in the first half. So we'll take another look at that. As the Lobos were trying for a reverse, headed it off going first to the left and then back to the right. And then picked up there by Mas, who took off, broke that tackle there. Tackle attempt by Jose Guerra. And Mas goes 62 yards with the fumble return for the touchdown. Bulldogs 7, Lobos nothing. We'll be back.
Ford is proud to sponsor tonight's game and honor student athletes pursuing excellence on and off the field. Enjoy the drive.
Still all smiles, and he should be. He's scored the only points in this game, and we have 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
He's gone incognito on us there on the sideline. So 7-0 our score, 62-yard fumble return by Nick Moss. It's the defensive end, and the Bulldogs now kicking off. It's going to be fielded about the 15-yard line. It's returnable. Hit short of the 20. And a short return there for Anthony Hernandez, who was tackled by Finn Henderson. 5:59 to go in the first half.
Henderson is showing that not only can he catch passes, but he can also tackle. So you don't call that a pick six, right? Because it's not a pass, or that's, what do you call that?
A fumble return?
Yeah, just a fumble return. I know a pass, they call it a pick six.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But
I guess a scoop and score.
Hey, I like that, Mark. You invented something. It's going to go viral.
Yeah, nice scoop and score for Nick Moss there. Jose Guerra on the carry. As Lobos had started at their 19, he carries it up to the 23.
And that play there on the defensive side, anytime your defense can get points for you, it is a huge bonus. I'm sure Coach Shelby will take every game.
We see Schwartz. Schwartz has been in on a couple of big tackles, had a sack on the last possession. 2nd down and 6 here for Palmview. And we've got a whistle, or do we?
That's going to be a penalty, Mark, for sure on the defensive side.
There's a flag down early.
It looked like there was contact.
Outside. Fence. 5 yards. Replay. 2nd down.
Just the 3rd penalty on the Bulldogs. You could see the hesitation as players, at least some of the players did not appear to hear the whistle.
Right.
But the penalty was offside.
So, Mark, you recall what was the key to the game, number 2?
Oh, yeah, what was that?
Well, big plays. The defense came up with it. We usually think it's the offense, but this time it was the defense.
2nd down and 1, kind of a free play here, and they fumbled the ball in the backfield. And I think the ball recovered by the Lobos. It was Joseph Martinez who fell on it, bring up 3rd down.
And that's like the 3rd or 4th time that the Lobo offense is they're muffing the ball. But we know we have a substitute quarterback right now with Joseph Martinez, a sophomore.
Yeah, actually gave him credit for a 2-yard gain, so he actually gets a 1st down.
He did.
And yeah, you're right, new quarterback Joseph Martinez. Martinez going to hand this off. This is Guerra trying to turn outside, unable to do so. Schwartz is in there on the tackle. along with his teammate Will Hawk.
And Angel Vega came in from the backside. Will Hawk.
So this will be no gain.
Here comes Will Hawk, and then the other two young men.
Yeah, Angel Vega was also in there. So clock running, under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Lobos have 2 timeouts to work with. Yeah, second down and 10 here. Here's De Saavedra there on the left. Enjoying the game so far. Toss to the left side. It's the wide side. It's Bazan. Hit at the line of scrimmage and then surges forward for a gain of about 4. And I'll bring up third down.
And on this defensive possession, we're going to have a timeout, but it looks like the Bulldog defense has come alive.
Yeah, Bulldogs have elected to use a timeout in anticipation of getting the ball back. If they can get a stop here, they can get the ball back and maybe score again before halftime. We're going to do the fan cam now.
Wasn't that young lady a cheerleader last year, Mark?
All right, back to action. Third down and 6 for the Lobos. They're 2 for 4 on third down. Here's a draw play. This is Guetta, has room, hit at the 40, and has just enough for the first down. He had to earn that one. Yeah, all the way up to the 42, gain of 8 on third down and 7.
The good old-fashioned draw play got them enough yards for a first down.
Yeah, under 3 minutes to go now. Lobos still have 2 timeouts to work with. Going to hand this off. This is Guetta, hit in the backfield and brought down for a loss. So first contact there was by Hunter Morley.
You know, in the last couple of plays, the Bulldogs defense have been blitzing a lot. They're coming.
This could be a loss of 1.
And I'm wondering if offensive genius for the Lobos, former coach here at Nicky Rowe High School, Gary Lauer, if he will call a pass to offset those 5 or 6 kids coming forward.
There's C. Morley there. So linebacker. Here's Guetta on a sweep left. Is hit and surges forward across the 45 to about the 46 and a gain of 5 on the play. We'll see if somebody uses a timeout here, and I think the Bulldogs want to call a timeout with the Lobos facing a third down. All right, we're going to take a quick break. 7-0, Bulldogs in front thanks to a defensive score. It's been a defensive battle here tonight at DQ Fan Field. We'll be right back.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow,
creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together,
we do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
can see the wind has picked up just a little bit. You see the flag there in the center of your screen. Bulldogs 7, Lobos nothing here in the second quarter. Minute 55 to go before halftime. And Bulldogs using their second timeout there a moment ago in anticipation of getting a stop here and then getting the ball back. So the Bulldog offensive players anxious to get back onto the field. And here on 3rd and 5, this is going to be whistled dead. It's against the Lobos.
Our referee, I think, forgot to turn on the mic.
So 5-yard penalty, just the 3rd on the Lobos. So it's going to make 3rd and 10 now. Coach Rick Guinness in his 10th year as head coach of the Lobos. There's going to be a toss to the right side. Looked promising at first, but it closes quickly. Schwartz with the tackle on number 13, Jorge Sanchez.
And the Lobos just did not want to put up the ball up in the air with a backup quarterback, Mark. So we know that. Because this was definitely a passing down, but they just decided to try to run the ball. Having another great night is Oliver Schwartz, just a sophomore, Mark. Look out for this young man in the next couple of years. He's already doing a good job.
Got a timeout on the field, by the way, called by the Bulldogs. That's their last one. So 4th and 6 here. The Bulldogs will get the ball back. They won't have any timeouts to work with, but a couple of big plays, and they could be in scoring position again. See the Bulldog cheerleaders under Coach Cassandra Clemens. They've competed at on the national stage in recent years, as have the Warrior cheerleaders and Mustang cheerleaders. So this will be Abram Garcia in to punt for the second time. Bulldogs have a receiver at his own 15-yard line. It's going to take a Lobos bounce inside the 20, and it's going to go all the way inside the 10. And be killed at about the 5-yard line, it looks like, or the 6. And the Bulldogs will have 94 yards to go and only a minute and 30 to work with.
Are you willing to put the ball up in the air with a minute 30? There's a penalty flag on the field.
We'll see what the flag was about.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. Personal foul, face mask, offense. Those penalties will offset. Result of the play, first down.
So that would have been a half the distance penalty against the Bulldogs, but instead it becomes offsetting penalties, and the Bulldogs will keep it at the 6.
So what's in the offense for the Bulldogs and Coach Shelby? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say maybe hand this off. If you get a big run up the middle, then think about something. If not, then just think about going into the locker room with your 7-0 lead.
They already saw what happened when their defense scored the 7 points.
The Bulldogs are going to come out in a passing formation. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like Henderson at the right side. It's going to go over the middle, tipped, and almost picked off. It was intended for Henderson. Almost intercepted by Victor Garcia.
And Mark, what did we just talk about? The danger of doing something like that. I think
Indeed.
The Bulldogs dodged a big bullet right there, and then right there too. It was almost intercepted twice.
Yeah, I think it was.
I don't know, Mark. With that play, I think they're going to just throw the ball again.
I think it was Josue Esparza who tipped it initially, and Garcia almost intercepted it. That pass was intended for Karam. We got an official's timeout now.
And that tells you the confidence by the coaching staff for the Bulldogs in Valdez to put the ball in his hands, to put it up in the air, deep in their own territory.
It's a 9-yard pickup by Karam. I think his second catch tonight. And it brings up third down. We've got the clock stopped at 1:12 to go here in the first half.
The Bulldogs have no more timeouts, and the Lobos have 2.
Got an official's timeout at the moment. 7-0 our score. We saw earlier that Memorial was trailing PSJ North 14-0. Nicky Rowe playing out at Rio Grande City tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Thank you to our business community. We appreciate sponsors like Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Lone Star National Bank, Performance Therapeutics, South Texas Health Systems, and so many other businesses that have made this beautiful scoreboard possible. Because of their support, absolutely no district funds were used, not one penny. This scoreboard allows us to showcase our students throughout the entire school year, and we sincerely appreciate the privilege. Thank you.
And we're back. Mark Maai with Mario Reyna, our 16th year, bringing you exciting McAllen ISD football. The Bulldogs, the Warriors, and the Mustangs. Bulldogs in command right now, 7-0 here late second quarter. By the way, coming up right at the start of halftime, we'll have our halftime kick. Chance for one of the Maai staff to win $100. I believe Laura Vasquez, Miss Laura Vasquez, who's in the counselor's office, will be the recipient tonight, the opportunity to try to win that $100 from Performance Therapeutics. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs have a 3rd and 1 here, 3rd and less than a yard. 1:08 to go. Clock is running here in the first half. Going to hand this off. This is Hedera up to about the 23-yard line, maybe the 22, but it should be enough for a first down. Or let me correct myself, the 17-yard line, but still enough for a first down. And now here's a long pass on first down, and this is going to be a flag. It was intended for Keith. Long pass over the middle. Stops the clock with 50 seconds, but there is a flag down.
And let's take a look at the replay. Was there some contact?
Pass interference, defense, number 21, 15 yards, automatic.
Looked like he was there, and it was a close play. I know that looking at the sidelines, the Palmview coaching staff was not happy with that call.
So 15-yard penalty moves out to the 32. Bulldogs with a first down off that. Bulldogs out of timeouts, under a minute to go in the first half. Valdez thinking about running, is going to. Has a lot of room there, able to get out of bounds and pick up the first down and stop the clock.
And that's a double bonus there, getting some yardage, but also going out of bounds. And since the Bulldogs don't have a timeout, then that meant that the Bulldogs would have had to come to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
And here they go on a first down. Throw over the middle. Incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Henderson.
I don't know if Henderson heard some footsteps as one of the defensive back was coming in. If he would have caught that ball, he would have taken a hard hit.
The clock stopped at 39 seconds left in the half. Karam goes in motion. Pistol formation. Valdez to throw. Throws it short. Caught by Hedera. able to turn upfield, get up to midfield, and then forced out of bounds in Lobo territory, and has another fresh set of downs here for the Bulldogs.
That's a nice safe call, Mark, especially because Herrera had the opportunity to gain about 10 extra yards after he caught the ball and went out of bounds to stop the clock.
The clock stopped at 32 seconds left. 1st and 10, Valdez to throw toward the sideline, caught by Keith, who turns inside, and he's not going to make it out of bounds. Needed to turn to the outside to get out of bounds, so instead the clock running here.
And guess who calls timeout?
Timeout. Palmview.
I think that actually the Lobos did a favor for the Bulldogs.
I think so too. I think the Bulldogs were going to lose a lot of time there, but Palmview may have felt their defense wasn't set or fearful of giving up a big play, and so they elect to use their second timeout. Down to about 15 seconds left in the first half.
Well, how about the Bulldogs? Where did this possession start, Mark?
Well, this started way back at their 6-yard line after they forced the Lobos into a punt at midfield.
And that's having confidence in your young quarterback that he can make things happen.
So far, Bulldogs have moved 55 yards in about 80 seconds. 75 seconds without any timeouts, facing a 2nd down and 3 right now. Valdez wants to throw, is going to throw this high over the middle. Man is knocked down. It's intended for Keith. And a couple of flags come in, and this might be pass interference once more.
I think it was inadvertent pass interference, but there was definitely contact there.
Pass interference. Defense, number 10. 15 yards. Automatic first down.
And with
Now
those big 15 yards, where does it put it, Mark?
Puts it at the 24. That'll put him on the outskirts of field goal range.
And with Valdez's arm, I mean, he's got the arm to definitely make some passes into the end zone. With 9 seconds, you might have a chance for maybe 2 plays.
If they had a timeout left, they could run this ball up the middle to try to gain some more yards for their field goal. Instead, they're forced to pass. Valdez toward the sideline. It's incomplete, intended for Keith, who's covered on the play by the defensive back, Azael Moreno. And brings up 2nd down.
With only 5 seconds to go, and because the ball is at the 24-yard line, there's probably just enough time for one more passing play. We're actually going to try a field goal. Why not, Mark? You're looking at a 42-yard field goal attempt. 42 yards.
This will be from right down the middle for Cáceres.
And that's a good timeout to try to ice
Timeout.
the kicker. Timeout by the Lobos to get the kicker to think about it.
Yeah, 42-yard field goal attempt. We're going to take a quick break. Be back in a moment. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Line? Hello? Hello?
Attendance today, success tomorrow. Attendance matters.
And we're back 7-0 Bulldogs. Bulldogs going to try a field goal here to extend the lead to 10-0. 5 seconds left in half number 1. This will be from right down the middle, in between the hash marks. And it looks like they've taken off the field goal unit following the timeout by the Lobos.
Time for one more play, Mark.
Now, if they get a penalty, it will extend the half by another down. Austin's going to throw this. Could be a double pass here. They give it to Karam, who's going to come to the left side. He's got a lot of room there. Half is over, and he gets all the way to the 12. And the numbers are at 0, so won't be able to run another play from there. Time has expired in the half, and our score is Maai 7 and Palmview nothing. We're going to keep it here for an attempt for $100. Laura Vasquez, a clerk in the counseling office at McAllen High School, has a chance to attempt this kick. If she can make it from 12 yards away, she'll earn $100 from Performance Therapeutics. Here she goes. Oh, not bad. Got it up in the air, but not quite high enough. But still a nice hand for Miss Laura Vasquez, and we appreciate Performance Therapeutics for supporting all our educators here in McAllen ISD. We're going to have the band perform. First, the Palmview Band, followed by the Maai Marching Band. Enjoy that. We'll see you on the other side of halftime.
This is Yuri Haley Mendoza, Anicia Sanchez, Angela Ureski, Maria Villanova, Gabriela Chavera, Paula Pidiente, Alicia Rios. The rubies are under the direction of Anna Edmond. All right, rubies, it's showtime. High School local band is under the direction of Director of Band, Jacob Banda, Didier O'Reilly, Ashley Schmidt, and Adrian Gray. The local band would like to take the time to thank the entire McAllen ISD community, our Board of Trustees, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Beto Gonzalez, and Central ISD Administration, Principal of Palmview High School, Leonard Pettis, and Administration, our teachers and staff, and most importantly, our parents and our wonderful students here at Palmview High School.
We look forward to seeing you at our next performance. Go Lobos!
Ladies and gentlemen, entertaining you tonight are the fabulous Maai Steppers. The Steppers are under the direction of Miss Rachel Castillo Ruiz. Steppers, the field is yours.
Officers for the Steppers.
Captain Senior Nate Rodriguez, Showtime International All-Star and Showmakers of America All-Star. First Lieutenant Senior Riley Allman, Showtime International and Showmakers of America All-Star. Second Lieutenant Junior Mariana Luna, Showtime International and Showmakers of America All-Star. Ladies and gentlemen, your stepper of the week is Caitlin Canales. Tonight, the Steppers would like to welcome the Morris Royals dance team and the Travis Middle School dance team who are here with us tonight supporting the Bulldogs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Maai Steppers! Thank you, Steppers.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the McAllen High School is pleased to present the 2023 Pride of McAllen. It's that battling Bulldog Band. The band is under the field direction of drum major Derek Potter. Color guard student of the week is Brianna Rodriguez. Band students of the week are Leo Gonzalez, Kayla Mendez, and our band and athlete of the week, Siani Bowen. The section of the week is the Maai band staff. Tonight, the McAllen High School Battling Bulldog Band will present their entire 2023 UIL Marching Contest production entitled Chronometry, featuring Grandfather Clock, Hourglass, and Stopwatch. Original music by Key Poulin. You've no doubt heard the saying, time is of the essence, time flies, time is money. We are a society obsessed with time. Yet, we are unable to stop it, slow it, or make it rewind. Our fascination with time has led to the development of varying methods of keeping track of its passage. We've gone from monumental clocks on watchtowers to small watches on our wrists. We've created clocks to wake us up in the morning, to program our appliances, and even to record our television programs while we're away. Chronometry is a musical journey about 3 of the most visual methods of timekeeping. Please enjoy Grandfather Clock, Hourglass, and Stopwatch.
From Major Derek Potter, the field is yours. Mackay Band is in the field rendering of Noel de la Cruz. This halftime performance is brought to you by the U.S. Coast Guard.
4 days of adventure in the U.S. Coast Guard. Serve your country, build skills you can be proud of, make friends for life, and more. You'll receive great benefits like tuition assistance, health care, specialized training, and more. Get started at gocoastguard.com. And now, Mackay fans, alumni, on your feet as we honor our community and our school with the playing of the National Emblem March and the McAllen High School fight song.
All right, here's the Mackay Marching Band coming off the field, and that brings us to our Strike Up the Band segment with this week's band performer. It's Mackay drum major Derek Potter.
My name is Derek Potter. I'm a junior, and I play the French horn for the Mackay Band. I started playing in band in 6th grade, and we had a middle school night where we just pick our instrument for the year, and I chose French horn because they said I would do good in it. I think it was a lie. It was a lie because they just needed more French horn players at that time. Part about playing in the band is making music, you know? We just play together and we actually make something. We do something together and it's a lot of fun creating music. I always like making music. I love listening to music. Music was definitely something I enjoyed throughout my childhood. I'm thinking of going into business in college and maybe starting my own business when I'm out of high school. I'd like to continue playing music and probably joining like the McAllen Wind Ensemble or something like that in the future.
All right, here we are, Little Bulldogs running across the field. It's a tradition at the beginning of every second half for Bulldog games, also the Warriors and Mustang games. And got the Little Bulldogs running across the field. These are the elementary kids that feed into the middle schools of Morris and Travis, and they'll be future Bulldogs someday soon. Here are the big players coming out onto the field. Mackay will be on defense here to start this third quarter, and it was a defensive battle in the first half. Mackay leading 7-0, the only score coming off a defensive play. Nick Moss, 62-yard scoop and score for the touchdown is the difference right now. And the Lobos will be receiving to start this third quarter. They'll be moving from right to left. We look at the first half stats, and you can see first downs favoring the Bulldogs there, 11-8 rushing yards, roughly even passing yards. The Bulldogs had a lot more through the air than did the Lobos. Total yards favor the Bulldogs, and penalties were light until near the end of the second quarter. Then both teams started picking up penalties, and the one turnover, a costly one because it led to the Bulldogs' only points, and a costly one for the Lobos. We'll see what happens here in this second half. You know, Mario, it seemed like in that first half, like both teams were able to move the football, but maybe not able to generate drives going.
Correct, Marco. They did move the ball. Unfortunately, right here, you take a look at the replay. That one, this kid got hurt, but hopefully he's okay so he can play the second half. But the defense made the big stops when they had to.
And there we see Cash Cossidis about to kick off to start this third quarter. He was on the field to an apparent 42-yard field goal attempt when the Lobos called timeout with 5 seconds left, and the Bulldogs decided to run a play instead. We saw Guetta standing back at his own 15-yard line, ready to receive. Here's the kickoff, and we're underway here in the second half. Going to be fielded right at the 15. And this is run up across the 20, near the 25. Then Finn Henderson with a hit. And now the ball has come loose Bulldogs say they have it, and they do. It's Finn Henderson. Henderson put on the hit. Ball came loose, and Henderson falls on it, and the Bulldogs have their second turnover of the night.
Well, Henderson, you know, he's a good receiver, but he's also doing it on special teams play. It's the second big play he has on special teams. And what a golden opportunity as we take a look at the replay for the Bulldogs to start off with the ball when they were not supposed to. It's a nice hit by Henderson.
Yeah, I see the ball did indeed come out. Just simply swatted that ball out of there. And it's the second turnover of the night. Bulldogs have it, 1st and 10. And here's a big play here at the 10, at the 5, and a touchdown. It's Jaden Hedetta. How about that? 23-yard scamper by Hedetta. And the Bulldogs take a 13-0 lead here in the opening 15 seconds of the second half.
You know, things looking pretty good for the Lobos to start the second half, but disaster strikes again because of the second turnover. Great blocking on the left side of the Bulldog offensive line.
Here's the attempt for the extra point. Good snap and hold, and Cáceres' kick is up and good. And he's 2 for 2 tonight. The Bulldogs lead it now 14-0. And just a little short pass there to Hedetta. 14-0 our score.
One of the easiest touchdowns of the year for Herrera.
We'll be right back.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
And welcome back. 14-0 our score. Mackay in front, and the defense has produced 2 turnovers that have both led to Mackay touchdowns, one directly and one of them indirectly. And Mackay with a 2-touchdown lead now as Cáceres ready to kick off once again. This is going to be a short kickoff. It's going to be fair caught at the 31-yard line. The Lobos will start from there.
You know, we talk about the keys to the game early, Mark, like we always do. In the second one, we talked about big plays. And the big plays happen with the defense. They're the ones that are making noise here tonight.
So the ball will be spotted at the 33-yard line in La Jolla territory. Quarterback is Joseph Martinez, who finished the first half. After Mateo Garcia went out. Handoff to Guetta. Guetta stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And a big play there by number 44, Diego Beretta.
We've been calling out his brother all night long, so he said, Diego says, it's my turn. How about calling out my name? Diego Barrera in on the tackle.
Minus a yard on that play. So it'll be second down at 11, so we take another look here. Could see Angel Vega had also beaten his blocker, forced Guetta to run the other way, and right into the midst of Beretta.
Another tackle by Barrera.
That time the quarterback keeping it that time. Beretta, yeah. Tackles him at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up third down.
See, Diego Barrera has the advantage over his twin brother because he's at the line of scrimmage, and if he can get the tackle, he'll get the tackle before his brother does. Andres was a safety.
Schwartz also in there on the tackle, along with that man, the senior, Diego Beretta. So 3rd down and 11 now. In the first half, Lobos were 3 for 6 on 3rd down. Martinez rolls out right. Throws. This is caught, and it's going to be a 1st down.
Nicely done.
That was caught by Bazan, who started to step out of bounds, realized no one was behind him, was able to surge forward for a couple of extra yards and pick up the 1st.
There's a flag, Mark. And with this completion for a 1st down plus roughing the quarterback penalty.
Roughing the passer.
Yep. Additional 15 yards, and that gives the Lobos a great opportunity now. And 42 on the penalty. Unfortunately, Nick Moss, he doesn't think he committed a penalty, but I don't think any defender ever does.
Yeah, 16 yards on the. There's a big play. Here's a run here at the 20. It's still all the way down to 15.
Nicely done.
2 big plays in a row as they picked up 16 yards on the catch for a 1st down, then 15-yard penalty. And now this big run all the way down from the 37 down inside the 20-yard line, actually the 14.
Look at Angel Gallegos making a tackle right there. 5, 10, 15, being an additional 20 yards after contact.
So 1st and 10. And the ball comes loose. Oh, ball kicked up into Guetta's hands, and Guetta's going to run this. Oh, the Bulldogs nearly picked it up and somehow accidentally kicked it right into the midst of Guetta, who was able to take off running.
And now the lucky bounce went the Lobos' way. As you see the ball loose, looked like the Bulldogs had it.
Yeah, it was a Hawk's foot. Hawk making like Lionel Messi there for a moment. Accidentally kicking the football.
A smart play by Jose Guerra to not only recover the ball, but get some additional yardage. Makes it 2nd and 5.
9.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Handoff Guetta. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down at about the 9-yard line. It's going to be the line of scrimmage.
25, Aiden Sanchez. Senior safety came up. Got the tackle on that play.
Yeah, 3rd down and 5 situation now.
2 down territory, definitely for the Lobos. They have 2 downs here, 3rd and 5 to get the 1st down.
On 3rd down, they'll toss this to Guetta, who's hit in the backfield and brought down for a loss. Loss of 3 back to the 12.
Excellent defensive play. Jose Guerra was forced to run upfield. Not only did he do a good job, Aiden Sanchez again.
Yeah. Also Andres Beretta in there on the tackle.
Sanchez held his position, made quarterback run upfield, and he also had to tackle. That's the way you do it.
And it looks like they might attempt a field goal here. This will be 29-yard attempt. Be from the right hash mark. Kick is up and away, and it is short. Off to the right as well. So 29-yard field goal attempt is no good. And we're going to have the smile cam right now with the score 14-0 Bulldogs. 8:06 to play in the 3rd quarter.
That's the way you smile right there, Mark. Oh, look at that. Smiling away.
So back to play here. We've got Nick Karam. The short pass and makes his way all the way up past the 30 to about the 31-yard line. And it's going to be a 1st down.
Nice first play of this possession for the Bulldogs. Karam
It's a first down. Karam making the catch, going 11 yards. So 1st and 10 here is a handoff up the middle. Herrera with some room where he's wrapped up and brought down by Efrain Rodriguez. They're going to give him credit all the way up to the 39, gain of 8 on the play.
We're blocking by the Bulldog offensive line. And you know, Herrera likes to follow his blockers. 9 yards.
Got a pistol formation. Karam lines up in the slot. Handoff Herrera going left. Breaks one tackle. Wrapped up by Garcia. And held to a gain of 1.
It looks like that's all he needed for a first down.
Yeah, you're right.
He waited for a nice block on the 78 Arian Villarreal.
Henderson goes in motion. Handoff Herrera, big hole left side, breaks a tackle, and then dives forward up to midfield. And it'll bring up second down, a gain of 8 there.
Those plays to the left side of the offensive line are working. So you're going to keep going until they stop it. 8 yards of that play.
And here's quarterback going to keep this one. Valdez, lots of room. First down and more down the sideline. Turning this into a foot race. He's turned on the afterburners all the way to a touchdown. How about that? 50 yards. Valdez goes to the house. And the Bulldogs increase their lead.
Beautiful blocking again, Mark. I was just talking about the left side. A lot of success on the left side. And they went there that way again. AJ Cerda, Arian Villarreal, Maxton, excuse me, the offensive line.
Oh, there's a flag down.
Too much celebration.
And there you see Valdez gets to wear the bling now after a 50-yard run for a touchdown.
Showed off his speed, didn't he?
Let's go,
Cassidy on to attempt the extra point. It's up and it's no good. Off to the right. It's his first miss tonight. And look at that touchdown.
Started with a good fake. He didn't fake the cameraman.
Yeah, this completes a 5-play, 80-yard drive. The last 50 by Valdez right there for the TD. And it's the Bulldogs 20 and the Lobos nothing here in the third quarter. Football night at McAllen ISD will continue. And welcome back to DQ Fan Field. 20-0 our score. Bulldogs led 7-0 at the break, have erupted for 2 touchdowns here in this third quarter.
What a play by Joaquin Valdez. Mark, something I noticed after he scored, he kept looking back to see if there was any penalties. That's a smart quarterback. Before he celebrated, there he is.
The Bulldogs with plenty to celebrate here tonight. Trying to stay in the thick of the playoff race. Entered tonight, I believe, in a tie for 4th place.
Will they do the same thing they did last year where they peaked at the end of the season, started playing their best football?
And there was a 15-yard penalty after the touchdown that was unsportsmanlike against the Bulldogs. So this moves them back here on the kickoff attempt. They're going to kick this as far as they can. It's going to be picked up about the 23-yard line by La Jolla Palmview. Run up across the 30 up to about the 34. all things considered, that's not bad to give up field position at the 34 following a 15-yard penalty on your kickoff. Lobos still with time to get something going here. We've got half of the third quarter remaining and all of the fourth quarter. Here's a draw play here for the Lobos. That's get up to about the 39-yard line, a gain of 5. Yep, there's the schedule for the Bulldogs. You can see they've got two very familiar faces coming up to finish the regular season. Nicky Rowe and McAllen Memorial.
And those two games there mark to determine 2 of the final 4 playoff spots. Because we know Far North and Edinburgh Bella are probably in already.
Yeah, and that Rowe Maai game next week might very well decide who gets in and who stays home. And here's our end around to the right side of Bazan, crosses the 40 up to about the 42, and a gain of 3 to bring up third down.
Try to get something to happen here. A little trickery, but the Bulldogs all night long, they've been consistent, playing good defense, pitching a shutout so far.
See Coach McInnes. Hand off here. This was on third down and short. Looks like it's enough for the first down. Might be just enough. We'll see where they spot this. Actually, might be just a wee bit short.
And there's no choice for the Lobos, down 20-0 with 4 minutes and less than 30 seconds to go. There's no choice. They got to go for it.
Yeah, just over 4 minutes to go in the third. Yeah, it was third down and 2, now 4th and 1. 2 receivers to the left, 2 men in the backfield. Quarterback Martinez will keep it. A big surge here, across the 45, and picks up the first down.
When you have a good center, you're able to do that. And let's keep in mind, Joseph Martinez is a backup quarterback.
See another look at it there, just a mass of humanity moving from point A to point B. That's a Lobos first down. Nick Karam right there, De Saavedra to his right. We also see Alan Jones in there. Alan Jones starting tonight at receiver. The run straight ahead, that was Angel Gallegos. Gallegos takes it all the way to the Bulldog 41 and picks up a first down.
And the Lobos, like we talked about it, they have moved the ball, but they just hurt themselves. And they can get 30, 40 yards, but they can't get the last yardage to get some points on the board.
There we see Andres Barrera, senior defensive back. Maai in their scheme, they like to use 5 defensive backs most of the time. Even against a predominantly run-oriented team like Palmview. Palmview's going to hand this off. Ball comes loose. Couldn't get the handle, and the Bulldogs have their third turnover of the night. This one recovered by Cash Frisbee.
And that has been the story of this night for the unfortunate Lobos, the turnovers. And they've led to points. Of course, the first one was a touchdown after a turnover, but it happened.
Yeah, two of the Bulldogs' 3 touchdowns have been off of turnovers. So the ball spotted at the Bulldog 42. Valdez running this. Takes a hard hit there at about the 46.
Let's take
Another look at it, and you can see that just
bad,
on the exchange.
Yeah.
Never could find the handle, and the Bulldogs end up with their third turnover. There, the Bulldogs running this over to the right side. This is Hedetta, the running back, crosses over to Lobo territory and a first down.
And Hedetta was following number 77, Braxton Maddox. There's that fumble again. It's just a bad exchange, but you know the Lobos have a backup quarterback.
We're at 2 minutes to play in the third. Karam goes in motion. That'll put 3 receivers to the left. Valdez looking left. Now forced to run it. There's going to slide.
How about that, Mark? How many high school kids know how to use that slide? Quarterback.
He's got a future as a baseball player, too.
Good decision to take off. And he knew what to do. He looked very good in that play.
Picked up 5 quick ones there. Be second down and 5. Clock continues to roll. Under 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Crom in the slot. And it's going to be a sweep right for Hedetta. Breaks a tackle. Looks like he has a first down and more all the way down to the Lobos 30. A gain of 9 on the play.
All season long, Jayden Herrera is a very smooth running back. He waits for his blockers to block for him. Why not?
And we've got a timeout on the field with 1:06 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs on the march, holding a 20-0 lead. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
Bogus Ford is proud to sponsor tonight's game and honor student athletes pursuing excellence on and off the field. Enjoy the drive.
And welcome back here at DQ Fan Field. Game was close throughout the entire first half. Bulldogs have pulled away here in this third quarter. They yet score again before the quarter is done.
The Lobos basically hurt themselves with turnovers. Hey, Mark, a couple of weeks ago we had the San Benito Greyhounds here. We thought that they were tough, and they won tonight, 21-10 over Harlingen.
Won that Battle of the Arroyo. And coming up next week, Friday, October 27th, Maai's next game. They'll be, of course, taking on Nicky Rowe here at this stadium. They'll be the visiting team for that one. Palmview will be back at home at La Jolla ISD Stadium, taking on the Bella Sabercats.
And that Bulldog Warrior game could determine a playoff spot, Mark.
Yeah, Bella has been the second strongest team in the district behind only PSJA North. So you figure that PSJA North and Edinburgh Bella will probably go in. That leaves 2 spots left, and there's for the 3 McAllen schools. Here's a play action. Pass is batted away and knocked down incomplete by the defender, Ruben Garcia.
And it looked like Garcia could have maybe saved a big gain because the play was evolving. It was open. It was open.
That was intended for Finn Henderson. Nice anticipation there by Garcia. And brings up second down and 10. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Valdez wants to throw. Going to throw this one left side. And it's intercepted. It was intended for Tristan Keith and intercepted by Anthony Hernandez.
Hernandez came in out of nowhere, but it looked like that ball was up there in the air too much.
Well, they benefited from some pass interference penalties tonight with those high arcing lobs to Keith. But this time it works against the Bulldogs, and Hernandez pulls away a nice interception against the taller Keith.
That's a break that the Lobos desperately needed with 47 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
They intercept the ball at their own 9-yard line. And see what they can do here. Yeah, you're right, Mario. They couldn't afford to fall down by 4 scores as they head to the 4th. Here's Martinez with the longest quarterback sneak I think I've ever seen, all the way across the 15 to about the 17.
It looked like a rugby.
8 yards. And they might be able to run one more play before the end of the 3rd quarter. See another look at it here. Well, actually, there's going to be an official's timeout. See, Martinez had to earn every bit of that run of 9 yards. Again, they're on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Several players, including Angel Vega. Clock stopped at 27 seconds left in the quarter. That was a beautiful shot of the moon.
Recently, there's a lot of things happening with the moon, no? The last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we had a blue moon back in September, which is pretty rare. And this one you can see huge temperature difference too on the moon, with part of it in the sun, as you can see there on the right side, the other part mired in shadow. That famous dark side of the moon, which really isn't always dark. It does get sunlight as well. MITV, been bringing you football games here for 16 years here at this field.
Award-winning MITV.
That's right, it's won Best in State awards on multiple occasions. There's a handoff, Bazan fighting his way across the 25. Boy, he's a tough player. You know you've been in a football game when you've played against a player like him. And now we have some fisticuffs, little pushing and shoving.
And this is the time where the coaches come in play, and they have permission to get on the field, all coaches, to stop this.
We'll see what this results in. Now, last week we saw a little bit of pushing and shoving that resulted in a couple of ejections. That's always a possibility if a player throws an actual punch.
But many times as a sports official, Mark, you got to take action quickly and maybe eject the player from each team, and that way the rest of the players know that you just got to stay calm. But the other thing is the officials could be using some strategy, Mark, of just let everybody cool down, just stop play, let the coaches talk to their players, and then let's get back to finishing this ball game. It's only, 5 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter?
Yeah, 3rd quarter. The officials talking this over.
They're taking numbers, who started, who hit it, who hit first, who hit second.
Yeah, it can get real confusing real quickly there, so they have to consult and talk to each person, ask what did they see, and you can see one gentleman there writing everything down. And
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 67. That player is disqualified.
So one of the offensive linemen for the Lobos is disqualified from the game.
Sometimes it just comes out of frustration, or somebody pushed them after the play was dead. You retaliate.
We'll show the replay of that last play. There's most of the action happening after the play. You can see Bazan with that tough running.
Yeah, Bazan has been a real good runner when he's had the opportunity.
And there they run off the clock, and we have reached the end of the third quarter. And Mackay, with 13 points in the quarter, expands their lead all the way out to 20-0 as we head to quarter number 4. We'll take a break, be back with the fourth right after this. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter here at DQ Fan Field. Bulldogs on top 20-0. They've had 3 touchdowns tonight. They hit a 62-yard fumble return back in the first half by defensive end Nick Moss. Then they had a 23-yard catch and run by the running back Jaden Hedetta early in the third quarter. And then their quarterback, Joaquin Valdez, ran for 50 yards for a third touchdown. Here we start the fourth quarter as they hand off to, it looks like, Angel Chapa.
And Robert Lopez, number 75, quickly met.
They're going to say no gain here. Back. So second down and 10.
All start, offense, number 74, 5 yards, replay, second foot.
So that'll be 7 penalties for 69 yards against this Lobos team. Penalties have taken a toll on the Lobos and the fumbles.
Oh, yeah.
Even they've probably fumbled like 7 or 8 times tonight, yes, with sir. 3 of them being picked up by Mackay.
Self-inflicted wounds.
The clock running here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bazan running to the left side. Still going, and now as momentum is stopped, and they'll give him credit to about the 12-yard line, a gain of 3.
And you know, Mark, I'm taking a look at what happened there at the end of the third quarter. You take a look at the replay, but it looks like the kids have calmed down, and that goes back to the coaches. You know, making sure that they tell their kids that they can't continue to have problems, sportsmanlike type problems. Everything looks under control.
Third down now here for the Lobos. 4 for 9 on third this evening. I'll need to snap this quickly. Play clock down to 2 seconds. There's a delayed draw here.
A flag comes
out. It's a handoff to Bazan. Yeah, flag comes in at the end of the play. Oh, and Bazan quickly apologizes. Yeah. He had flipped the ball to the official, who apparently wasn't looking. Ball may have struck him in the face or something.
It was inadvertent for sure.
Quickly went over and apologized, and Mr. Okuna says, no problem.
You don't want to upset the man in the white hat.
Yeah. Getting an update from...
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15 yards, automatic first down.
Getting an update from PSJA, where PSJA North Raiders lead 27-0 over McAllen Memorial. About 2 minutes left to play in that one.
Well, you know what? 27-0 looks like a. I mean, that's probably the closest score that Far North has played in the last. Well, maybe this.
I think this season,
right? But they're still. They don't allow points. That's like 6 or 7 games in a row, not allowing any points.
Yeah, their closest loss or closest win was 54-17 over Los Fresnos. That's a difference of 37 right there. Loss of a yard to bring up second down. Lobos up to at 159 yards rushing tonight, but have been unable to put any points on the board. So here on 2nd and 11, they'll toss this left side. Ball comes loose again. And now there's a whistle. It looked like the ball was still loose.
I know, Mark.
At the time of the whistle.
That's a good spot on your part.
I'll take another look, and this is again just unable to get a hold of the ball. There's a flag that came down right about there is where the whistle sounded, but it turns out that the Lobos got the ball back anyway.
Yeah, it looked like the official. I don't know how he could tell that it was recovered.
Well, he may have seen the runner go down, assuming he still had the football, and blown his whistle.
It's not easy. I mean, you got a lot of bodies out there in front of you. There's someone with a lot of spirit, Mark.
Yeah.
He's been doing that all.
It's in Section J, way on the opposite end of the field from where the ball is right now.
Lots of exercise, that's for sure.
Having a good time. Clock has stopped at 9:04 to play in the fourth quarter.
All of a sudden, no more flag moving.
Yeah. So second down, and they still have 11 up there, but I think after the penalty, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a run to the left side. That's Martinez on the keepers, close to the first down, but he's going to be a little short and bring up third down.
Short and on the tackle. As you take a look at offensive coordinator Gary Lauer. We called a lot of games when he was coaching, Mark. Had a lot of success at Nicky Rowe High School.
Yeah, former head coach at Nicky Rowe. That's him on the in the red shirt on the far left. Third down and 1 here. And this is Martinez, a surge forward. And he's going to pick up the first down. Yeah, Schwartz coming off, kind of nursing his right elbow. Lobos at their own 43 now. Clock is under 8 minutes to go. This is where being a predominantly running team works against you when you need points quickly. Martinez going to roll out, hits the short pass. And tackle made in Bulldog territory at about the 49. That was Gallegos on the catch.
That's a pretty safe place. A safe play if you want to throw the ball. You have an inexperienced quarterback. He's a backup quarterback. Hasn't put the ball in the air a lot, but it was a nice call.
Yeah, on the tackle there, that was Andres Barrera. Clock under 7 minutes now to go. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts. Gain of 3 here. So first down picked up here. A new set of downs here for the Lobos. We're just trying to get on the scoreboard right now.
What
at
is
this
this,
point.
Mark?
Oh, yeah. Is that Jim Carrey?
Timeout. Palmview.
Nice outfit, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. They're just all spiffy for tonight for the Bulldog game. We've got a timeout on the field. It was called by the Lobos.
Come on, Bulldog, charge your
We're going to take a quick break. Lobos call their first timeout, and we'll continue with more Football Night in McAllen ISD after this.
Zavala, Raiders Elementary.
All right, back to action. Here's a handoff going left side. A lot of room here. First down and more. Running toward the sideline all the way down to about the 26-yard line. Big run there for the Lobos. Joe Esparza picked up 20 yards.
First carry of the night for Esparza. Didn't look like he was going anywhere, but his speed was just good enough to get himself a big 20-plus yards. Where's the replay here, Mark?
Yep, we're able to get it due to the fan cam.
Oh, okay.
Under 6 minutes to go now. It's a handoff. And the ball coming loose again. And I think the Bulldogs have it this time. Andres Barrera with the recovery, the 4th turnover of the night, produced by the Bulldog defense.
Every time the Lobos look like they're doing something positive, they fumble or a penalty.
Smart enough to swing on your helmet or what? I don't know in the action. Yeah, Rob, let's just sit on the ball. Let's go.
There's Andres Barrera.
They don't get points for yards. Good job. There you go. Good job. Do something.
Big run here by the Bulldogs. Look at this. Look at this. Taking it off all the way down inside the 20. A huge run there on his first carry of the game by Angel Anaya.
How about that, Mark?
Went more than 50 yards. Let's see, that was a run of 58 yards by Anaya.
He waited to see if something was going to open, and then it did open. Good job of not fumbling the ball on a hard hit by number 5. Osbiel Flores Jr.
That'll put the Bulldogs over 200 yards rushing tonight. New quarterback in there. So he takes off running at the 10 and then is upended at about the 13-yard line. New quarterback is McCoy Wolfhoff. It's a sophomore quarterback.
Nice run by Wolfhoff. Wolfhoff is also a sophomore.
So picked up 9 yards there. Ball now at the 8-yard line in Lobos territory, under 5 minutes to play. Some backup players in there for both teams. Henderson goes in motion, lines up on the left. Here's a run. Anaya has some space there, trying to get to the corner, and he does. A touchdown. Bulldogs score here late and increase their lead to 26-0.
I think Angel Anaya is going to be buying himself some possible looks for the next couple of weeks. He looked pretty good on those running plays. He's got a good speed.
Yeah, 58 yards, almost took it to the house, and then 8 yards for the touchdown.
And a mark of a good team, Marcus, has happened tonight. After turnovers, they turn into points. The officials are having a conversation.
So officials talking that over at the end of the run. There might have been a penalty that's going to be assessed later on here.
After the touchdown, personal foul, face mask, number 35 of the defense. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 78 of the offense. Both penalty offset.
How did that look to you, Mark? It looked like an official helping an official what to say. Well, sometimes it's hard to remember everything. Like,
yeah, I bet.
Especially when you have multiple players and different kind of penalties. Why not have an assistant helping you out?
Well, 4:24 to go in the game.
Another happy Bulldog with a touchdown. Angel Anaya. Look at him right there.
The Bulldogs look like they'll be 5-2 overall, 3-2 in the district play. They'll be tied with Memorial, actually, who Memorial would have slipped to 3-2 tonight with the loss to P.S.J. North.
And also with it looked like the Warriors from Nicky Rowe were winning, so they're going to be 3-2 also.
Mm-hmm.
So McAllen ISD fans, buy your tickets because this stadium should be packed for the next couple of games.
Yeah, Mackay's last two are against those very two teams, Nicky Rowe next week and then Memorial on November 3rd. So now they'll try the extra point. Cassidus out there. It's hit 2 out of 3 tonight. And the extra point actually went under the bar, I believe.
The officials are having another conversation.
So that'll keep the score at 26-0.
Looks like there's some kind of penalty, Mark.
Personal foul, roughing the half the distance, retry, first down.
So they'll get another opportunity here. After that half the distance penalty. Now the Bulldogs might even try to go for 2 here to get the extra point they missed earlier on back. Here's a look at the replay there. You can see a player coming over late, running into the kicker. And there's the flag thrown by Mr. Okana. We'll see it here on this replay.
Yep. No need to touch unnecessary.
Out.
Good call by the officials.
Well, Maai calls a timeout. That's their first. We're going to take another look at that touchdown now by Anaya. 8-yard run. Over to the right side. And Bulldogs up 26-0. We'll be right back and we'll have that extra point try.
Thank you to our business community. We appreciate sponsors like Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Lone Star National Bank, Performance Therapeutics, South Texas Health Systems, and so many other businesses that have made this beautiful scoreboard possible. Because of their support, absolutely no district funds were used, not one penny. This scoreboard allows us to showcase our students throughout the entire school year, and we sincerely appreciate the privilege. Thank you.
And welcome back here at DQ Fan Field. 26-0 our score. We just had a Lobos committed a penalty. If the roughing the passer becomes, or roughing the kicker rather, and it becomes a half the distance penalty.
Nader.
And the Bulldogs might decide to go for 2 here instead of a re-kick.
Look who's in the fullback position. Mark, number 77, big offensive lineman.
Yeah, that's Maddox Braxton. Fullback spot, along with Anaya. They're going to give it to Braxton. He's going to charge forward.
Uh-oh.
Was hit right at the goal line and pushed back.
I think
Don't think he got the ball over.
I think he's going to say, I'd rather just stay on the offensive line. Forget about me trying to run a play.
So take another look at it, see if he was able to get across there. Nope. Good defending there by the Lobos. So they got about 5 or 6 guys there to push him back. It would take a lot to bring down Maddox Braxton, who's only a junior.
He's going to go and tell Coach Shelby, hey, just leave me on the offensive line and forget about me running with the ball.
It's tougher than it looks, like most things in life.
Who used to do that? Was that Refrigerator Perry?
Yeah. William Refrigerator Perry. I remember the Dallas Cowboys later signed Nate Newton, who was so big, they said, well, if William Perry's the refrigerator, this guy's the whole kitchen.
There you go.
And so
he's still smiling.
Nate Newton became known as Nate the Kitchen Newton.
Bringing a little fun to the game.
Yeah. It's moment in the sun. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be fielded short. It's a muffed at the 26. Ball goes out of bounds. I believe it'll be Lobos football, the 26-yard line. Now, there's no penalty here on the Bulldogs because it went off of a Lobos player and out of bounds, instead of directly off the kick out of bounds. The Lobos with it, their own 26-yard line. They trail here 26-0. Trying to get some points here before the game is over. 4:21 to play here. Another look at that kickoff. So it was muffed by Guetta, and he was able to dive on it. 4 turnovers tonight generated by the Bulldogs. There have been 1 turnover generated by the Lobos. Handoff straight ahead. See, running back on that play was Chapa. Gets up to about the 33 and a gain of 7. That'll give the Lobos 200 yards rushing tonight. So both teams go over 200 yards on the ground here tonight, Mario.
Well, you think the Lobos would score with those kind of yards, but those turnovers and penalties.
Yeah. 4 turnovers and then 70 yards in penalties.
There's another one.
There's the ball coming loose again. That might be the 9th or 10th time we've seen a fumble.
Unforced errors.
And Agetta forced to fall on that. So it's a loss of yards back to the 29, loss of 4. And I'll bring up third down.
That's what happens, Mark, when you have a losing team. Things just keep getting worse.
Play clock down to 12 as the Lobos break the huddle. We're going to put 3 receivers to the left side. And there's a Bulldog blitz as Martinez wants to throw over the middle and incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Orlando Rodriguez.
And a lot of lack of execution, like that play. Had an opportunity for a gain of 5 to 6 yards, but just a drop.
Yeah, and believe it or not, Mario, that's actually the first incompletion tonight for the Lobos. They're now just 3 for 4 on their passing. But when they have thrown tonight, it had been effective. Bulldogs will put Andres Beretta back to receive this punt at his own 42-yard line. There we see members of the Lobos marching band.
Palmview.
Palmview calling a timeout. That'll be their second. (26-0) our score. 4th and 7 here coming up for the Lobos. Lobos have only punted twice tonight. There's the Maai band, and want to wish them best of luck in the upcoming area competition, which will be a week from tomorrow. It'll be at La Jolla ISD. And all 3 bands, the Warriors, the Mustangs, and this one here, the Bulldog Marching Band, earned Division I ratings at the Big Skin band competition last weekend.
How about that?
And they will compete in the area competition coming up on October 28th.
Mark, when I was coming to the game, I saw how, man, they have to unload a lot of equipment. It takes a lot of effort from these kids that I don't think anybody sees. I was just intrigued by how they had to unload a lot of equipment and work together and bring it in and bring it out from the trucks. These kids work very, very hard.
You see the steppers there on the left. The students occupy Section E. This is on the north end of the home side. Under 3 minutes to go now. Here's the kick by Abram Garcia. And Beretta signals for a fair catch. Looked like he had a player within his halo, but was able to fall on it. And it's going to be Bulldog ball at about the 47-yard line.
Mark, do you have any update on how this beautiful press box is coming along? Everybody keeps asking me when I bump into them at restaurants.
Yeah, the press box is looking beautiful. Already has, says McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium on it. You can see it right there. And you see the original press box, which we're still using, right below it. And of course, that new press box is 10 times the square footage. And it'll certainly be ready. It'll be ready later this school year. And of course, it'll be full speed ahead next football season. So hope you're enjoying the game tonight. Bulldogs up 26-0. On the strength of their defense tonight. Defense really playing probably their strongest game of the year, generating the 4 turnovers.
I think Coach Ernie Alonso is going to look at and fight me because we talked about it. And he was just saying that they have been really inconsistent. He had higher expectations for them. He knows they can do better, kind of like how they did today. And I think he'll be able to sleep a lot better tonight, Coach Ernie Alonso, the defensive coordinator for the McAllen Bulldogs.
Their quarterback wants to keep this. Crosses into Lobo territory to about the 44. And then there's a late flag at the end. Here's our next webcast, by the way. This will be next Thursday, October 26th. It'll be the Memorial Mustangs at home against Rio Grande City. And that'll be must win for both those teams if they want to remain in the playoff picture. Getting to that point of the year. So the Rio Grande City Rattlers.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 2. 15 yards, automatic, first down.
The Rattlers will...
that player is disqualified.
Will slide in next week against the Memorial Mustangs, and that's the second player on the Lobos that's been disqualified this evening.
You got to do that as an official. The reason you do that is you want to keep control of the game.
So Bulldogs picking up another first down there. Just trying to run out the clock now as we're under 2 minutes to go. Quarterback, as we mentioned, McCoy Wolthoff. Wolthoff's going to hand this off. Sakanaya on the run. Picks up about 3 yards. And the clock will keep running. Bulldogs will have to snap it probably just 2 more times. And we should be done. Second down and 8 now.
Well, we're winding down the season, Mark. How fast it has gone by.
It goes by awfully quickly, doesn't it?
Yep. And we've had pretty good weather all year. I wonder if the next 2 weeks will be the same.
Looks like a victory formation here for the Bulldogs. I'll just need to snap it 2 times. Waiting for that play clock to wind down a little bit. It's at 7 seconds. There's the snap, and they take a knee.
But that's pretty good football, Mark, by Coach Patrick Shelby. He knows that there's been a little frustration on the Lobo side. There's no need to just run out the clock and take your victory and start thinking about next week and the possibilities of the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think the Bulldogs need to snap it again either, as the play clock hasn't started yet. We're down to 15 seconds. Or maybe they're just keeping that time on the field. Bulldogs are lining up. Snap it one more time. And that'll put this game in the books. It'll be a 26-0 victory for Maai, which will improve to 5-2. There we go. They improved to 5-2 and 3-2 in district play. There we see the 2 respective head coaches there. And next week it'll be Rio Grande City against McAllen Memorial on October 26th. And on October 27th, a week from tonight, it'll be Maai taking on Nicky Rose. So 2 exciting games coming up next week, both with playoff implications. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, saying so long from DQ Fan Field, where the Maai Bulldogs triumph 26-0. Good night. Oh, thank you. All righty. Have a good weekend.